So, YouTube's fun, isn't it? Some of you may or may not know of YouTube's latest decision. What is that decision? Well, effectively, they are hiding the dislike counter on videos. So basically, the little count that you would see next to the dislike button, that's gone now. Or it's going to be hidden now. Hidden. And they claim this is for the mental health of creators, especially small creators. And let me tell you, I don't know if you noticed, but I am a small creator. I have less than 100 subs and I create, so small and creator. The way they're doing it isn't helping anyone. It's not. And you might say, well, how? If the dislikes are hidden, then they're not gonna see the hate their videos get. So clearly that helps their mental health. Except it doesn't. Because of a really interesting caveat, which is that the person making the video can still see it. So therefore, say I make a video, this video, for example, and let's say someone chose to dislike it. The rest of you out there won't see any dislikes. It'll stay blank. On my end, however, I will see the dislike. So, if the creator can still see the dislike, it's still going to affect my mental health. Because I'll still see, oh, people aren't liking this thing that I worked so hard on. Or didn't work hard on if you're one of those crappy channels. Because that's the other important purpose dislikes serve. Dislikes are a thing used to gauge whether a video is good or not. For example, let's say I'm looking for a tutorial on some arbitrary thing, how to clean my dishwashing filter. Or even more on the techie side, maybe I'm looking at a tutorial video of how to set up FFmpeg on my animation program. You know, something simple like that. And I go to the video and I sit and I watch it, and it ends up being crap. A good way to gauge whether or not a tutorial video is crap or not is based on the likes and dislikes. If a tutorial video is massively disliked, I can make a good guess that's probably not going to be a good tutorial video. Same thing with cooking videos or something like that, where say the title and thumbnail advertises, hey, we're going to show you how to cook this thing. But then they don't actually show you how to cook the thing. The dislike bar is what helps you determine that. So, again, ultimately this is doing more harm than good. Because there is one purpose this serves. And that is preventing trolling. Which is one of the things I actually do outline. Is stopping the troll mass dislikes. That aren't actual dislikes, but just disliking something for the sake of a joke. Which is horrible. Do not do it. And this is what they're trying to prevent with this issue. And it's just an imperfect solution. Because regardless, people will massively dislike a video for the sake of a joke. And that's the other thing, is they're not taking into account the fact that by hiding the dislike to save the videos that might be unfairly disliked, they're also protecting the videos that deserve to be disliked. I'm sure we all remember the Logan Paul incident from a while ago, or was it Jake Paul? I don't know, they get mixed up in my head. But where he blogged a dead body in a suicide forest. I would say that deserves a massive amount of dislikes and deserves all the hate that it got. In fact, it deserves more hate than it got, but I digress. And so things like that can be a really good indicator to an audience or anyone else of how bad it actually is. It can prevent people from wasting their times on a worthless video. And on top of that, there are a lot of tutorial videos that are just scams. And so again, with the massive dislikes, it helps people ward away from that. And the little good they're doing of stopping the troll clicks is completely irrelevant based off of all the good things the dislike button does that they're preventing now. So this change is going to do more harm than good. And the number one reason they outline, helping the mental health of small creators, is the biggest lie. Because as I just pointed out, it's not helping the mental health of the small creators if the small creators can still see it. And so, again, pointless. It's pointless crap. That's all this decision is. And honestly, it's a long run in a lot of the decisions they've done recently. Because there's one trend among YouTube's latest decisions, or modern decisions, and that's hiding things. Hiding things and sweeping them under the rug. And if you don't, like for example, the OSHA incident. When OSHA slammed down on YouTube to make kids content safer for kids. The main problem, the main issue at play, was that there was potential child predators that were watching content of kids. Like say a mom, being a mom, had filmed their daughter's ballet recital and then posted onto YouTube so all their family could watch it. What was happening was because YouTube is a public domain, child predators were getting onto those videos. And so what was YouTube's solution? Turning comments off. The predators can still watch it. They can still watch it, they can still do whatever. The only thing it prevented was from them being seen. That's all it's preventing. Now, so before we might have been able to maybe catch these child predators in the act, down in the comment section. And so we could have done effectively, and so we could have found them effectively. But oh no, we can't have child predators here. So instead of actually taking steps to remove the child predators, we're instead just going to hide them. Give them a shield so people can't see the bad behind it. And that's exactly what's happening now. They saw a couple spam dislikes, and they're just going to block it. Why why put in an actual solution to the troll dislikes? Like maybe, I don't know, put in a system where where the YouTube algorithm checks to make sure you've actually watched the majority of the video. Like maybe, I don't know, 70% we'll say. The YouTube algorithm makes sure that you've watched 70% of the video before you can dislike it. Instead of putting in a system like that, that would prevent the troll dislikes, which would just be people... Because the thing is, with troll dislikes, they're not putting investment into it. They're disliking it because it's an easy action. It's an easy action that produces a result they think will be funny. And so, if you just simply put that parameter in, where they have to watch a majority of the content, like actually sit and watch a majority of the content, before they can like or dislike, then guess what? You're preventing that. You're preventing them from just quickly hopping on, clicking dislike, and moving away. And so therefore, you're preventing the attack by making it a harder action to do. Perfect solution right there, YouTube. But no. Instead of taking even 2 seconds to think about that and think of a better solution to the problem, instead what you decide to do is you just hide it away. Sweep it under the rug. Hide it under the bed. Just out of sight, out of mind, right? Instead of actually working to fix the problem, hide the problem. Like me when I used to have a dirty room and still have a dirty room. But it's just like a kid. Oh, I'm not going to clean up my room. I'm just going to sweep it all under the bed. Mom will never notice. That's the same thing they're doing now. Oh, there's a problem on YouTube? We'll just sweep it behind the scenes. The advertisers won't see it. And if they keep doing this, what's going to happen is we're going to end up in a YouTube where literally it's just the videos. No titles, no thumbnails, nothing to actually see what you're getting into beforehand. No titles, no comments, no nothing. Just videos. And even the videos themselves aren't going to be anything. They might even start hiding portions of videos they think might be a little too unsafe. Because that's the problem. In today's world, even. People want everything to be peachy clean, super safe. They want to make a they want horror movies to be able to be watched by little kids. And that is not good for society. As we grow up, our brains evolve. We want to watch and take in different things. More mature things that don't just appeal to the lowest common denominator. And yet, that's what everyone's doing. The only exceptions to this are things being made by non-big companies. And it's just, I really don't get it. Because YouTube could solve these problems. They have the research teams. They have the research teams. They have the creators. They could ask, hey, what do you think would be a good solution here? But instead of actually doing that, instead of doing anything, they would just rather sweep it under the rug and not worry about it. A solution that takes, and it's just, again, easy solution. Just make sure a majority of the video, or all the video, needs to be actually sat and watched before people can like or dislike. Ultimately, what I have to say to YouTube is do better. Stop hiding things behind the scenes. Stop hiding things behind the scenes and actually fix the problems that are here. Because that's the only way things are actually going to improve. No, I card this video. Because I feel the core message of this video just needs to be heard. So, see you guys next week.